Yeah, I know. Going from barely making any criticism videos to now making pretty much two back to back. How does that? Well, there's one thing I definitely have to get off my chest, and for once it's not Pokemon Go related. I shouldn't even say that, that's just pathetic. But this thing has been on my chest for a while, and there's a couple of recent videos and whatever that my buddies have showed me that really fucking trigger this. And it's the fact that I'm sorry, I just can't fucking stand popular Pokemon anymore. It's one of the I know that's completely biased, and that's just it's one of those things that it just seems like I'm being a dick about it, but I do have my reasons. And like one of which being, I mean, yeah, I guess you could call me, oh, hey, Dragonite's not popular, so you're complaining about him. It's like, yeah, that's one of the reasons, to be honest. But just to me, it always seems like there's a specific amount of Pokemon either get promotions or stuff you can buy, like plush and cards, and the other ones are completely neglected or just not even cared about. I mean, granted, it does have its benefits, I guess, because it's one of the reasons why Dragonite didn't get a Mega Evolution or a Gigantamax form. Thank God. But still, those that did get one, yeah, I'm going back to Mega Evolutions again. That they're pretty much the definition of popular Pokemon. And that's one of the reasons why I can't fucking stand them. Oh, that's the only thing that people fucking talked about during the 2015-2016 era. It was so annoying. I mean, hell, I'll just even mention it. Yeah, here's a prime example right here. Take a look at this box art right here. Notice anything specific about it? Like how Mega Charizard Y is on the fucking cover, taking up about maybe 30% of it? Yes, that's the shit I can't stand. These guys were so paranoid with sales that they literally slapped Mega Charizard Y on there just so they can ensure to sell a few more copies. Or a lot more copies. Don't tell me that's not why the reason why he's the biggest one on there. Bullshit if you think otherwise. Sorry, calling it out. Hell, Mega Evolution was one of the main selling points on the new Mystery Dungeon DX trailer. Even though they barely fucking do anything. It's all post-game shit. And another thing too, and I don't, like this, I guess this is really biased, I just take it as you will, but up until very recently, I've noticed that ever since Riolu appeared in the anime, and Ash obviously has one, and it will be a Lucario soon enough because spoilers, I guess. I mean, hell, the trailers spoil it themselves. But it seems like as soon as Riolu was in the picture, all of his other Pokemon, not including Pikachu, just didn't fucking matter anymore. Gengar? Who cares? Dragonite? Oh, what the fuck is that thing? But it's so, like, fucking Lucario is on the poster art. It's one of his latest catches, but because it's fucking Lucario, oh, gotta put him on the poster, just so people get fucking attracted more to it. This is the shit I can't stand. Like, hell, what about all of his other Pokemon on there? The poor Farfetch that he has. I guess he doesn't mean shit. it's the thing. Like, I don't like the special treatment that the popular Pokemon make. I mean, the same could be said about the Gen 1ers, which that's another thing too, because Generation 1 is so marketable and it's so well known with the community as a whole. That's the reason why the Pokemon Company prefers to make Gen 1 remakes all the fucking time instead of other games, like the Gen 4 remakes, for example. I want to say that they'd probably make another Gen 1 remake before making a Gen 4 one. I know Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee was out only 2 years ago, but still, I can see that being a possibility. But yeah, that's another thing too. I mean, Gen 1 as a whole is overpopular, and therefore that's the only thing that fucking matters because it sells more. I mean, that's true. It is. That's the reason why the Let's Go games exist. If that was the Gen 4 remakes, that game would not have sold near even half as much as it did. Be honest. There's a lot of people that adore Gen 4 and the other gens, for example, but sorry, that's not the generation everyone grew up with. So, yeah. Yeah, I know there's a lot of people that grew up with the other generation still. You should have known by my weird tone that I was being sarcastic. Yeah, another thing that fucking triggered me is the fact that because of this favoritism, Dragonite, arguably, and this is due to both statistics-wise and actual power-wise and everything else, I think Dragonite is tied for worst pseudo legend of all time. That's not an understatement either. And you can probably guess why. I think both Goodra and Dragonite are in the same pool with because of the fact that they don't have a fucking Mega Evolution, and there's other things that can just outclass them because of that. Now they're pretty much seen as borderline fucking useless. I know that's not true. I've seen Dragonites used in tournaments before, but not nearly as much as the competition. And that's what fucking irks me. I can already hear people saying that, yeah, obviously, if Salamence was my favorite, I wouldn't be fucking complaining. I get it. I get it. I mean, here's another prime example, though, besides Dragonite, because obviously, I mean, hell, I see him as a lover, not a fighter anyway, but whatever. If people fucking don't want him, I'll take him. I'll take way more shit of him. Why not? Anyway, one of the other things I wanted to point out was the fact that my stepsister's favorite Pokemon is Arcanine, and it's been a hell of a long time since Arcanine had any merch with him. It's crazy. Like, you see merch of fucking Charizard left and right. Hell, I shit you not, I think the Pokemon Center literally just released a dozen more Charizard items. From like a necktie to fucking cufflinks and shit. All I can say is thank God it's regular Charizard and not Gigantamax Charizard, even though there's Gigantamax Charizard merch as well. I'm just going to stop myself before I go on another rant about that. But this is like the first time Arcanine has gotten a plush in years. What the hell? I know Growlithe is probably favored more than Arcanine due to its cuteness, but still, there are Arcanine fans out there. And, like, wholehearted ones, like my stepsister. But when most of the plush you can get of them are like just bare basic and not like the super cool Pokemon Center like authentic ones, it sucks. Shit, like I'll be honest, this is the first time I've seen an Arcanine plush that looked good and that the mane around it wasn't fucking half-assed. Because trust me, when that's done incorrectly, he looks hideous. But the thing I'm saying, there's so many other Pokemon out there that need attention or just deserve the spotlight or whatever, but because they don't fucking sell, Pokemon Company won't fucking do it. I'm kind of surprised. I mean, in a way, I'm kind of surprised that Gengar got the shaft a little bit because he is a top 10 Pokemon, so it's kind of weird. But on the other hand, I'm not surprised because Lucario easily fucking beats him in terms of popularity. It doesn't surprise me. All I can say is that fuck you, Lucario, for stealing Dragonite and Gengar's spotlight. Like, I loved seeing them two together. And of course, you had to fucking ruin it. Granted, I mean, I thought Dragonite was completely out for good, and I thought he wasn't even going to be in the Sword and Shield season of anime, but luckily I'm incorrect about that, and even Gengar made an appearance in the latest episode. Thank God for that. So, even though Riolu's been the main focus for way too fucking long, at least I hadn't forgotten about them two. Farfetch'd, though, I think he's dead. Poor Galarian Farfetch'd. But yeah, the whole popularity wins all the time thing is getting really old, and I think that maybe that's possibly the reason why specific Pokemon made the main campaign of Sword and Shield, and then other ones made it in the end or whatever. That's really debatable though. Now that I think about it, I think they wanted to scatter the popular Pokemon here and there throughout, so that way people were enticed to buy the whole package. Makes sense to me, to be honest. But that's just exploiting people's favorites to make a profit. And you know that gets on my nerves. That's the one thing that pisses me off the most, is when companies take advantage of their fans. And so help me. I almost said Niantic. So help me. Pokemon Company. Not Game Freak, but Pokemon Company. If I see another DLC for Sword and Shield that has a certain stone update to it, you better beware, because I'll be... Team Lantinite will be coming at you full force with a can of whoop ass soon to follow. It is possible, because we've seen how fucking popular Megas did in Pokemon Go, unfortunately. Fuck, I mentioned the name again. But it's for reference. Ever since that Mega update, Pokemon Go went from number 8 top grossing all the way to number 2. Says a lot. Popular Pokemon sells. So that's the huge problem with popular Pokemon in the end of things. Not only do they take over the much needed slots for all the Pokemon that need it, not necessarily Dragonite and Elatis. Like, they're not they may not be as popular, but they're sure as hell not like super obscure. I'm talking Pokemon like fucking Dunsparce, for example. Or hell, Mr. Mime. Like, I know Mr. Mime's scary as fuck, but there's gotta be people that love him. I know there's certain Pokemon out there that deserve a spotlight or something, and they just don't get it. And the ones that do get the spotlight, they're holy shit, they're being exploited to hell and back. And that's the thing, you really can't win either way. But that's just one thing I had to get off my chest. I mean, as much as I can't stand Dragonite being one of the worst pseudo legends of all time, thanks to all sort of data, it's favoritism. It's favoritism, nothing else. But anyway, even though that's the case, I guess because he's not as popular, that's probably the only reason why he's the only pseudo legend between Gens 1 and 4 that didn't get changed yet. And thank goodness for that. So, I wonder what kind of Pokemon we all have. The super popular ones that will try to milk us dry, or the really super obscure ones chilling in the back in the shadows. And to all of those you bitching at me saying, well, John, you like Charizard. Charizard's the most popular Pokemon in the franchise besides Pikachu. Yes. But I liked him before he was cool, thank you very much. And I'm one of the very few that like him for who he truly is. No Megas, no Gigantamax, no bullshit. Just good old-fashioned classic Charizard.